Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It's a beautiful day, and I just got home from class. I just had something in my brain, on my heart, that I wanted to talk about, and that's actually what I'm going to talk about, is the brain and the heart, and how we can use them both to help us answer any questions that we may have, or to heal us physically, mentally. And I actually have a technique at the end of the video that you can do, or we will do together, that can help that connection with the heart and the brain and kind of get us into a gamma state where healing takes place. It relaxes your body, it calms you, allows for the body to do what it needs to do to heal us, send out certain hormones and chemicals so that we are healing ourselves. And it naturally happens. It's just that a lot of the times with our daily lives that we live, and the matrix that we're in, the programs that have been implemented into our lives since we were born, those things have created tension and abnormalities within us that lead to stress, lead to deterioration of development, of mental health, of physical health. So let's just get into it. So your heart has a mind of its own. So does your brain, so does your gut, and I'm sure a lot of other organs, and just even our skin. That's me. I feel like everything is conscious. I'm a very animalism, I think that's how you pronounce it, or aminism.
Are you sure about that?
Whatever definition or word you want to use to it. I believe that most things on this earth are conscious. The air, water, plants, just everything, right? Rocks, crystals. So specifically, I'm just going to talk about the heart and the brain. Well, there's been research done where scientists have found out that there's actually neurons in the heart. And you might know the phrase, fake it till you make it. Well, that phrase may be more beneficial to you than you may know, because let's just say I wanted to be a fireman. And so right now, let's just say I work at a nursery for flowers, but I really want to be a fireman. If I fake it till I make it, basically think the feelings of how a fireman might think, or how me being a fireman might be, do certain things that me being a fireman, like me in that position of being a fireman, what would I do? What are some things I would think about? What are feelings that I would feel? And basically faking that I'm already the fireman will create within my heart and my mind connections that neurons will start to make. You will start to develop a sense of identity of a fireman. Well, me, in this situation. And after about 3 days, the connections become more developed, right? So the research basically just is showing that if you can fake it till you make it for about 3 days, you can create a certain habit or way of living, and just continue to fake it till you make it until you become that thing, or that person, or that whatever it is. So that was really interesting that I found, about the neurons being in the heart as well. And there's an example. Basically, there was a girl who got a heart transplant, and after a little bit, she was having nightmares about some man running after her and then killing her in the woods. And the girl told somebody, maybe her parents, I forget the exact story, but told her parents or whatnot, and they went back and they had a forensic artist sketch what the girl was saying and how she described the man in the dream and whatnot. And after a while, come to find out, they found the man. He admitted killing a girl in the woods. And so that was just really crazy how that all panned out, and it happened to be the girl who died. Her heart, it was her heart that got put into the other girl. So that was just a little, example for how the neurons are working and how they are in our heart, and memories can be held within the heart. So when it goes into connecting the mind and the heart, what you really want to focus on is bringing awareness and focus to the heart center. In some practices, like you'll see them do this, literally putting your finger or your thumb in the middle of your chest. I hold my heart, because your heart is kind of down here. But wherever you put the intention to it, I don't really think it matters too much exactly where you touch or whatnot. Just bring the awareness and the focus to your heart. Okay, I hold my heart. Definitely, like before I go to sleep, I lay in my bed and I meditate and I bring awareness and intention to my heart. And so with the whole questioning your brain and questioning your heart. So whenever you ask a question to yourself, like, should I go to the store today? Your brain will take a little longer for you to come up with the answer in your brain, because it's going through your ego, through memories. It's analyzing things. It's judging things. Your brain it's processing a lot. Typically with your heart, when you ask yourself a question and you're focusing on your heart for the answer, you will probably get the answer before you can even think about finishing the question. You'll get the answer already, because your heart doesn't have to go through the ego and analyzing this stuff and judging. The heart just knows. So if you ever are having doubts of, am I getting this answer from my brain or my heart or my ego, that maybe can help you narrow down, if it's your brain or if it's your heart. And not to say that's exactly how it is and how it works. Who knows? I don't know. This is just information that I've gotten that has been helping me and that makes sense to me right now. So I just want to share it. And so the heart speaks to the brain, and whenever you feel a certain emotion, let's say you get scared or you're sad or whatnot, your heart will send certain chemicals and signals to your brain, and your brain will then do what it needs to do, whether it's sending out hormones, sending certain cells to certain parts, constricting or relaxing your blood vessels. Your sympathetic and your parasympathetic nervous systems are, trying to balance each other out, and whatever your heart feels will dictate, if your parasympathetic system's gonna be operating more or, your sympathetic system. And sympathetic system is basically your fight or flight. You're like on edge, maybe you're gonna be anxious, and that's how a lot of us are throughout the whole day. Because of our lives, we wake up and we're probably anxious because we don't want to go to work, or we don't want to go to school, or whatnot, or we're thinking about all the things we have to do in the day. And then just right off rip, right when you wake up, open your eyes, you're sending certain signals to your body to be tense or to worry. And on top of that, then we start to eat certain foods that maybe contribute to more stress, more cortisol levels to just fly through the roof. And what meditation can do, and bringing focus into the heart. And it doesn't really have to be meditation, however you want to think about it, but it can get you to a state of mind and being to where you can direct what's going on in your body. You can be in control instead of allowing the outside world and, just life dictate how you're going to be managed for you. You can manage it yourself within your body, within your heart, within your mind, within your gut. So the technique that I was given is this. So first, you just want to bring awareness to your heart. Okay, you could do this, you can grab your heart, whatever you want to do. And don't think about it don't think about how it's going to be in your heart. Be in your heart. It might not happen the first time you do it. The second, you're learning yourself. And you might not even know who you truly are because you've probably been told your whole life who you are, who you're supposed to be, or how you can be a better you, instead of figuring that out for yourself. And you've probably been told by a whole bunch of medical professionals or whatnot how certain things work in your body and how your body operates, but you've probably never tried to analyze or figure out for yourself who you are and how you operate, because everybody's body is different. Okay, so technique: bring awareness, bring the focus to your heart, be in your heart. Okay, and before I continue, maybe one of the easiest ways to go about this is if you know anything about Abraham Hicks or Esther Hicks, that's probably a better way to go about it, because that's the one who channels. But she talks about going into the vortex, basically this place where there's blissfulness, where there's happiness, where there's love, where you're in your inner G, your inner gangster. You are being mindful and you're being aware of the infinite. I don't know how to explain it, but basically one of the easiest ways to try to get to your heart center or find happiness or meditate on that happiness and manifest that happiness is to be happy in the moment already. So let's say, like whenever you're really happy, you're petting a dog or a cat, or, you're like, oh my God, that's so cute. And you feel those feelings. Basically, you're in the vortex at that moment, or you get some really good news or whatnot, and you're just happy and you're just overjoyed and you just feel good. That is one way of saying that you're in the vortex, or one aspect of being in the vortex. And during that time, the chemicals that are going on, how your body is, how your aura is, just everything about it, use it to your advantage and put yourself in your heart and feel those feelings. Okay, so step one, get into your heart. And then a gentle touching your heart, just putting more focus, and then shutting down other senses like your eyes. Maybe if you're in a quiet room so you don't hear anything, so that your senses are just really being focused to the heart center. All right, and then slow breathing. So we've got our focus to our heart. We're connecting our body, some body part, our arms or something, whatever, or even if it's just your mind, to your heart. And then we're breathing, conscious breathing. And for me, whenever I'm like in a meditative state, or I'm trying to meditate or calm myself, I like to breathe from my diaphragm. Because whenever you breathe from your diaphragm, you allow your lungs to expand how they should, or how they would want to, and and then compress and then push all the air out that's needed, and there's no residual air or whatnot left behind. And then also what that does is help your blood circulation and help your oxygen saturation, help you get oxygen to all your vital organs and the tissues and to your brain, bringing clarity, bringing healing just from breathing. That's a whole nother video. But all right, my bad. I had a phone call. So breathing. Well, I'll just go into the steps again. So bringing awareness, bringing the focus to your heart center. Okay, whatever you're doing, whatever it is, just really connect with the heart. Turn off other senses, to make it easier for yourself. Close your eyes, go to a quiet place, touch your heart, breathe, have the deep breaths, breathe deep conscious breaths, slow, and emotions. Like I said before, it's easier if you can already be in that emotional state, like compassionate state or a happy state. You're doing something and you're really happy, and you just take a couple minutes and just do this technique to connect the heart and the brain, because you're already in a happy state, a compassionate state. You were just petting your dog or having a fun time, or you just visited your family for a little bit and you're really happy, and you take a couple moments and you do this technique. And it takes about 3 minutes, and your body, there'll be this cascade of biochemical events that will happen in your body whenever you're doing this. And it lasts for about 6 hours, where your immune system is just, ramping up. Your body's able to heal itself in ways that science can't even put into words, that words probably couldn't even ever manage to express. But that's the technique. I'll say it one more time, okay? So focusing, put in the focus, the intention into the heart center, a gentle touch to the heart, slow, deep breaths, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, if that's how you want to do it, just however you can. Emotions, feel the emotions, be the emotions, okay? And don't just think about how it will be to feel in your heart, really be in your heart. Have visuals, visualizations really help, bring all this together. It connects it together more. I like to do it for as long as I can. I like to do it when I wake up and before I go to sleep. And that's that. So I just really wanted to get that out there. It has really been helping me. I've been doing it for a couple of days now, and I could really see a difference in my clarity and my decision making, and the decisions that I'm making they're more genuine, and I'm more happy with the decisions that I've been making. Not to say that I've just been making terrible decisions, but I've just been testing it, like just little things, like should I go outside right now or no? And then I don't, and then it starts to rain. Or actually I wanted to have this meeting, and I was gonna be outside for it, and I just asked myself, what should I do? Ended up not doing the meeting, and it rained all afternoon whenever the meeting was supposed to be. So, you could say it's coincidental or whatever the case may be, but use that coincidence as a way to fulfill your confidence in this technique and in yourself. Okay? So this video is probably already longer than I wanted it to be, but I really wanted to get this out there to you guys, and there is going to be a lot more. I love giving information that maybe has helped me, or that I have done that has, really benefited me in some way. And I like to give that information out, Why hold it all in and, just be like, oh, I want to be, benefited and nobody else. I love it, just giving out, pouring out benefits to whoever. And maybe this might not be beneficial for you. Maybe you don't resonate with this. Maybe this will be detrimental for you. It is what it is. But that's it. I love you guys. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are becoming in harmony with the earth, with nature, with the universe. And I'm glad to be upon your journey with you. And that is it. All right. Much love, much love, y'all. Peace.